The companion of Imam Rida alayhi salatu wasalam, he asked Imam alayhi salam, what is Sakina? Then Imam alayhi salatu wasalam at that time said, Ruhullahi yatakallam.
Subhanallah.
That it is the spirit of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala which speaks.
For the azmat of Shehzadi Sakina, salawatullahi alayha wa salamullahi alayha, aloud salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.
لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. أعوذ بالله من همزات الشياطين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من المتمسكين بولاية أمير المؤمنين والأئمة المعصومين عليهم الصلاة والسلام ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين. أما بعد، عن يونس قال: قلت لأبي الحسن عليه الصلاة والسلام: وما السكينة؟ قال: روح الله يتكلم.
سبحان الله.
صلوات.
اللهم صل على محمد wa ali Muhammad.
Respected mu'mineen and azadars, it is a very disturbing thing, and I am very much annoyed with the clip that I got from so many mu'mineen about an issue related to the divine, the holy, or the holiest princess, Shehzadi Sakina Salawatullah Salamullah Alaiha. I can't show you the clip, but unfortunately whatever was said in the clip by Sheikh Hilli, I was shocked and I was really annoyed. This man Hilli should do proper research about discussion related to the family of Ahlul Bayt. I don't know why they are talking from the pulpit, from the mimbar, only about fiqh or about the history. Why don't they understand that in Hadithul Thaqalain, Holy Prophet left Quran and Ahlul Bayt.
Subhanallah, subhanallah.
Of course, we can discuss the beautiful parts of history. We can also give some replies, but there are some limits to it. We have to maintain the standard. When we talk about Tawheed, we don't say everything that the enemies are saying. We do reply, but we maintain a standard. Why? Because we are talking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Similarly, when we are talking about Alullah, the family, which is called Alullah,
Subhanallah, subhanallah.
the family which is called Nurullah, then we have to maintain a standard. If we don't maintain that standard, then we will not be giving the right message from the mimbar of Ahlul Bayt. This is not our mimbar. This is the mimbar of Ahlul Bayt.
Subhanallah.
And we are supposed to increase the ma'rifat of the people who are coming to listen to any orator. Like we have condition for salat, we should also have a condition for pulpit, for mimbar, that a person who has ma'rifat of Ahlul Bayt and who can talk about the fazail of Ahlul Bayt, only he should be invited and only he should discuss.
Subhanallah.
If a person himself is confused, he is going to confuse the masses about it. The topic that I'm going to discuss, there are so many aspects of it, but since this man, he said that this is an academic discussion, and he actually put doubts in the mind of a lot of people, and he also discussed certain aspects, Na'udhu billah, about Shehzadi Sakina, which should not be discussed. Those topics were discussed by maloon mutahhari. He was, as you all know, a state-sponsored so-called scholar who did not know how to discuss about Ahlul Bayt. That's why he wrote a rubbish book full of nonsense called Tahrifat al-Ashura. In fact, this man was full of tahrif in his mind about the greatness of Ahlul Bayt alayhimu salatu wasalam. And he has touched the topic. Unfortunately, he said things which I can't repeat in this episode, and I don't want to repeat, but I will just hint about it. That, you know, he's trying to put doubts in the mind of people that Shehzadi Sakina was not a 4-year. And na'udhu billah, things which I can't discuss from here, which we have got from some of the enemies, which actually even enemies don't talk about it now. If at all you want to discuss such topics, then you should discuss only with those people who have got doubts. You should not address those things from the main majalis of Muharram. And in other majalis all around here, only if somebody has got a doubt, you can definitely explain. Like, a lot of people come with those kind of questions to me, and I do reply to them. So I do understand. When we talk about this family, do you know what this family is? Do you all know what is the ism Sakina? Even this person, Hilli, he has said Sukaina, and he's tried to explain things, which are obviously not true. Why? Because Sakina is found in Quran, and Sakina is found in the hadith of Ahlul Bayt. So if the word Sakina is there, why you are insisting Sukaina? You know that in the old books, the reference books, there are no vowels, there are no Arab. So how do you know that there is Zamma on scene? Especially if it is there in Quran, Sakina. If it is there in the Hadith, Sakina. Why don't you speak about that? And if you are discussing about the age, that then my grandfather, who was also a scholar, Allama Sayyid Nazir Hassan, and may Allah increase his levels in Jannah, he told me that when in Maqatil you find such riwayah, what you should do is, you should not confuse masses. You should say, there is also mention of another daughter with the same name. That's what you should do. So the daughter of Imam Hussain alayhi salam was of 4 years, and all the believers who are believing in these things, their beliefs should not be confused, and you should not put doubts in the heart and the mind of people. And if you put the doubts, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will count you amongst those who put the doubts in the heart of people, and then you will be counted as an evil scholar. Now we cannot understand even the ism Sakina. We cannot understand what Sakina is, which was there in Bani Israel. In chapter 2, verse 248, there is mention of Tabut of Sakina. And when Yunus, the companion of Imam Rida alayhi salatu wasalam, he asked Imam alayhi salam, what is Sakina? Then Imam alayhi salatu wasalam at that time said, Ruhullahi yatakallam. That it is the spirit of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala which speaks, which talks. If you actually want to present academic things, why don't you present this? And then Imam alayhi salam further said that Kanu idha ikhtalafu fi shay'in kallamahum wa akhbarahum bibayani ma yuridun. That this kalam, this speech of this spirit of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was about whatever disputes they were having. Then that spirit used to solve the dispute and tell them and explain to them. Now imagine, tell our youths and tell our daughters and sons that Bani Israel, who had just got Sakina in the coffin, Tabut Sakina, we don't know how and what, even that is a mystery. When the Sakina of Tabut of Bani Israel is a mystery, imagine how big a divine mystery is Shehzadi Sakina. And how can you talk about her like that? So this is the thing which we should understand. Nobody knows how it was speaking to Bani Israel. Nobody knows that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in what form kept this spirit in Tabut. Anyways, inshallah, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives me tawfiq, I will go into details of that. But this Sakina, according to Urafa, is just something from Hazrat Sakina. And why I'm saying this? Because they said, if Allah can put Ruhullah in the Tabut, then we believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would have sent Ruhullah to Imam Hussain. And And now we can understand why Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam said, La umri innani la uhibbu daran takunu biha sakina. Imam said, by my age, I love that house in which there is sakina. Just imagine.
Subhanallah, Subhanallah.
What is the age of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam? You can't count it from 3rd Shaban, 3rd Hijri to 61 Hijri, 10th of Ashur in Karbala. Obviously, the noor of Imam Hussain alayhi salam is before time.
Yeah, Subhanallah.
And it is going to stay after time. Because they are Imam of the time.
Subhanallah, Subhanallah, Subhanallah.
And he says, La umri. Allahu Akbar. Can you imagine? Imam Hussain is saying this. Let me say that the whole world gets peace by remembrance of Imam Hussain.
Subhanallah.
If somebody wants to understand, there is a verse of Quran in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ala bi dhikrillahi tatma'innul qulub.
Subhanallah.
Isn't it? The peace of heart is in the zikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Ahlul Bayt al-Muslim have said, Nahnu zikrullah.
Subhanallah.
And we are that zikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by which you get peace. So the whole world gets peace by saying, Ya Hussain. And Imam Hussain gets peace by saying, Ya Sakina.
Nara Haidari.
Now these are the aspects which should be discussed, isn't it? There's another verse of Quran. Why you shouldn't say Sakina and not Sukaina? You see another verse in Quran which talks about Iman. You know, somebody asked 5th Imam, what is Sakina? Imam said, Iman.
Subhanallah.
Allahu Akbar. The light of the love of Shehzadi Sakina, the divine princess, in the hearts is actually faith.
Subhanallah.
And look at what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Fatah, chapter 48. He says, Huwallazi anzala as-sakinata fi qulubil mu'minin liyazdadu imanan ma'a imanihim. You see, Imam has said that Sakina means Iman. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that He is the one who has descended the peace into the hearts of believers. The Sakina, I would not translate it as only peace. The Sakina into the heart of believers. Liyazdadu imanan. To add into the faith. To add to the faith of the believers. Isn't it? Whose faith? Every Shia knows. Who's Kulla Iman? Imam Ali. It means if Imam Ali is in the heart, you have got faith. But if you have the love of the Sakina in the heart, the faith is added over the faith over Imam Ali. Why can't we discuss these aspects? And this is not directly saying about Shehzadi Sakina, the divine princess, the holy princess of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam, who was an essential part of supreme sacrifice of Karbala. It is not mentioned because obviously when Imam Zaman Ajallahu Ta'ala Farajul Sharif comes, then we will know the real tafsir of these verses. But even if we take the words, we can understand that this is directly or indirectly related to who. Similarly, we can find some other points in the narrations of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salatu wassalam. There is a very beautiful narration, and this is a gift of this episode for my youngsters. Maybe my elders know much better than me, but these things are not being discussed. I would say to people like Hilli that if you want to be really academically strong, first you should understand these aspects. And then you should come on the pulpit and discuss. I'm sure you must have read this, but why can't you discuss this? If you don't discuss this, then remember, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala never chastises any community, any people, but because of the sins of the scholar. It's there in the hadith. La yu'azzibu Allahu hadha al-khalq illa bi dhunubil ulama'i alladhina yaktumuna min fadli aliyin wa itratihi. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not chastise this nation, but because of those evil scholars who hide the merits of Imam Ali and his progeny. Who is the Sakina? The progeny of Imam Ali.
Curse of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon evil scholars.
Beshumar lanat. Imam Raza alayhi salatu wasalam is again talking about Sakina. Somebody was sitting in front of Imam alayhi salam. He said to him, do you know who is Sakina? Are you shay'in Sakina? Indakum? Who is Sakina? In your eyes?
Subhanallah.
Qala Lam adri La adri Falam yadri al-qawm ma hiya. I don't know, and even my people, they don't know. Faqalu. Then all of them said, Jalna Allahu fadaka ma hiya. May Allah sacrifice us for you, or Allah has made us your sacrifice. What is Sakina? Then Imam alayhi salam said, Qala alayhi salatu wasalam, Rihun takhruju min al-jannati tayyibatan fi suratil insan. That it is a breeze. You can say a holy and divine breeze which comes out from Jannah in the form of human being. And what does it do? Takunu ma'al anbiya alayhimu salatu wassalam. And this breeze in the human form is with the prophets. First understand this Sakina, the breeze of Jannah, and then talk about the Sakina of Imam Hussain. Can you imagine how great is a Sakina? Even breeze, we don't know how that breeze is and how was it with all the prophets. And it is said, look at Kaaba. Who built the Kaaba? Second time, first time you know about Hazrat Adam. Second time, everybody knows that Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salatu was salam. But how to build and where to build? Imam Raza alayhi salatu was salam said that this in the human form, this breeze of paradise, this divine breeze, this was in human form, and what was it doing? It was with Hazrat Ibrahim, Hina banal Kaaba. When he was making Kaaba, this breeze was with him in human form. And what was it doing? It was saying, Ta'khus kaza wa kaza, wa banal asasu alayha. This breeze in the human form, named Sakina, guided Ibrahim that make the foundation of Kaaba in this place. And we don't know. And we don't know what that Sakina is. Just imagine. These are the things which we should discuss. Great scholars, Urafa, they say that this breeze could be from one of the particles of the feet of Hazrat Sakina. When we believe in Wilaya, and it is said that when we believe in, if you believe in Wilaya, you live in Jannah. Then what about Hazrat Sakina? Who is from that family? Who is the granddaughter of Imam Ali and the daughter of Imam Hussain alayhi salatu wasalam. We don't know what she is. I would say that the greatness of Hazrat Sakina cannot be understood by us. These are just few points that I said. But we can't even understand their horses. Go to Suratul Adiyat. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says? We say, swear to God to prove our point, if we are right. Allah says, I swear by the racing horse of Mawla Ali, panting. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swears by the horses of this house. Just imagine how great is their horse, we don't know. How great are the hooves, we don't know. How great is the particle of dust in Karbala. Khake Shifa. Anybody can say that, oh, okay, I know everything about Khake Shifa? No. The mud of Shifa? You can't claim. If you don't know what is the greatness of the particle of the dust of their feet, how can you understand what she is? And why you want to discuss the low things that are there?
Allahu Akbar.
The same person, Hilli, he also said that, well, you know, on the day of Ashura you can do salam. You don't even understand the basics of Shiaism. How can you be living on the day of Ashura like other days? And because of these type of people we see, they come in the julus with a turban on,
Allahu Akbar, Allah.
with their amama. And the same people say, oh, Holy Prophet, he was without a mama and he was crying and weeping. Why can't you be like that? So first you should learn things and then come and teach. In this small episode, I can't discuss everything, but some of the aspects that I discussed was necessary to convey to my youngsters that if you don't take action now, and the elders, if you don't invite those scholars who talk about the merits of this great family, because it is not my request, it is the order of Holy Prophet. He said, Zayyinu majalisakum bi dhikri Ali ibn Abi Talib. If you don't want different type of chastisement, azab on yourself, then remove those scholars from the pulpit who only discuss politics or discuss fiqh and discuss history and things like that, but they don't discuss the merits of this family. You will die jahil if you don't know what this family is. And the proof is, man mata walam ya'rif imama zamanihi mata mitatal jahiliya.
Subhanallah.
On this note, I will say peace and salutations be upon the greatest divine and holy princess Shahzadi Sakina, whose dome is the center of guidance to the whole universe and center of peace, because Sakina is from the word sukoon, peace. The whole world gets peace by Imam Hussain, and Imam Hussain gets peace by Shahzadi Sakina. So she is the source of peace, and don't cause dispute on this basis of all the rubbish narrations, nonsense that others have mentioned. We need to change the pattern of our majalis, and we need to make it more educative and research based and marifat based. Inna Allah wa malaikatahu yusalluna ala nabi ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.